defined by your gender. My name is Sean and I shall be your host for this afternoon. So what do we have? We have comedy, we have drama, we have music. And that was just me getting into the skinny jeans. Right, so basically what we got is one of the things we do quite well at Mid-Paris Mind, we have these groups. And so this is just us showing our talent off, to be honest. We got the music group. They've done for music what Donald Trump's done for America.
Thank you.
We have the youth group, but legally I'm not allowed to be involved with anymore. We have the creative writing group, and we have the LGBTQ plus group. So everyone is really nervous. I did say picture everyone in your underwear, but that got out of hand quite quickly. But they've all been hosed down and sedated and they're good to go. So your natural instinct is you're going to want to boo them because they are awful. So I thought what we could do, we could get the boos out of our system first. So I would like, because you can boo me, because I have a mental health condition that no matter what I hear, all I hear is Sean, you're great. It's called being a man. So I want to volunteer. You, sir.
Oh yeah, sorry, I volunteered.
What's your name?
Philip.
Philip. Hello, Philip. Now, what I want to do, on a count of 3, you've got an important role today because you're going to be our cheerleader. Right, so every time an act comes on, I want you to start a round of applause, blah, blah, blah. But first, we get all the boos out of our system. So on the count of 3, I'm going to want you to start booing and everyone join in, okay? 1, 2, wait for it, 3. Boo! Oh, come on, my grandmother can boo harder than that. Again, 1, 2, 3. Boo! I am great, thank you. Okay, so they put the good into goodbye. It's the music group. Ready? Okay.
You'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean. On need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'll ride up the road, I'll share your loads. If you just call me, call me, call me, call me.
Now that we throw his underwear on stage.
You're waiting for yourself. Thank you, you were great. You're really great. Well done. Did I come up as sincere then? I'm working on it. Just so you know, if you do see the music group walking around, do not lean on them because they will fall over. Okay, next up we have someone representing the youth group. She's young and pretty. She's just had a baby. Not today, obviously, a few weeks back. And according to the Jamie Kyle DNA results, it's not mine. Your hands together and please welcome Amelia!
Thank you. This is a poem about poo. I don't want to use the microphone. Hello? Hello? Stop. No, I don't want. Can I just shout?
You can, but it does sound nice with the microphone.
Okay.
Your voice is very sweet.
Hello? Oh no. It's called Shit Happens. Sticky. The porcelain white lid licks the sweat off my bare-bottomed skin, scraping up my cheek liquid drips. Down the brown-stained orifice that is the hole in the ground, struggle the slim-fit jeans back up my bulging waist, until trying to squeeze the two ends of the zip together, buttoning the unbearable gap closed. Standing tall with two fingers to the rusting flush, water runs spiralling into the pit, leaving behind remnants of last night's chili con carne. Lumps of yellow and red mixing, a brown nugget rainbow of surprising smells, floating ominously in the dark, murky well. Tissue paper mustard with tasteful marks, melting in the mixing bowl, freshly flushed toilet roll, slithers around the walls where the foul water washed against. Raw smell of stomach acid and digested vegetables. A nest of foliage, fierce fragranced of fiery feces, fluctuating across the tiny space between door to window. The licorice-tinted lid from misuse and uncleanliness shuts on the sea of shit particles, saying goodbye with relief and slight grief to having to part with this prestigious pile of poo.
Well, that was shit. Okay, so next up we have someone who is he's young, he's good looking, he's talented, I hate him. He's an actor, he's a director, he's a filmmaker, and he's going to do some Shakespeare. Get a bit cultured now. Put your hands together and please welcome Aaron.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is Most Fair Pyramus. Hey-ho. Peter Quince. Flute, the bellows mender. Snout, the tinker. Starveling. God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had this most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There's no man can tell what. Methought I was... and methought I had. Oh, but man is but a pat fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man have not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I'll have Peter Quince write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it have no bottom, and I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Thank you, Aaron. I'm a big fan of your bottom. And your Shakespeare's not bad either. Okay, next up, this is quite a treat for you all now, honestly. I first met this lady a couple of years ago. Back then she was really quiet and shy, like a little mouse. I mean, to be honest, for the first 6 months, I didn't even realise she was there. But now it's been a privilege to watch her grow and blossom, and what I love about her, she's a trier. She tries all the groups, no matter how bad she is at them. And now she has found her voice. She just won't shut up now. So if you could put your hands together, I know her as a pain in my arse, and you might know her as Marie Chance.
Right, this is a poem I wrote for the Wellbeing Centre Mind. The Wellbeing Centre is a place to go. Even if you're not sure, don't know. It's a place for comfort, a place for laughter, to make friends and to make plans. Do courses and have time out, no matter who's about. Activities, so many to do. There's a volunteer to go with you. They're in your times of need or a laid-back approach. They will give you the choice that means the most. So all the things I have talked about, you can come into the Wellbeing Centre and find out. Just give it a go and you will see it's the place to be.
Well done, you didn't fall over, you didn't wet yourself, you've done good. Okay, how can I describe this next act? He's multi-talented, he's really good looking, he's kind, he's compassionate, he gives and he gives and he gives. He's very modest and he's very humble. It's me! Yes! Okay, so I'll start by saying a little bit about me. I am a volunteer at Mid-Paris Mind. I say volunteer is either that or go to prison, and with my good looks, I want to get a moment to myself. So a couple of months back, Caroline over there said to me, Sean, I want you to write and perform some stand-up for the Fringe Festival. I said, no, absolutely not, sounds horrendous. What if I have to talk to someone who upcycles or hugs trees? What do I talk about? I have no idea. And then she showed me the terms of my parole and, well, here I am. My main reason for not wanting to do this is because half of comedy or any other sort of performance, you have to connect and relate to the audience. Yeah. And I struggle with connecting to people on a day-to-day basis. Mainly because there's a lot of ugly people out there. And you never know if you're going to meet someone from BILF. So one of the ways we have of connecting with people is by sharing intimate stuff about ourselves. But according to Mid-Paris Mind trustees, the police, my mother, I'm not allowed to do that. So instead, I'll just say a couple of interesting things about me. The first one is I'm a gay. Sorry girls, you're welcome men. That's not that interesting, to be honest. It's just a lot of moisturising, playing with courgettes and watching Downton Abbey. More interesting than that, I have a mental health diagnosis. Woohoo! I have, wait for it, borderline personality disorder with episodes of depression. Woohoo! Which basically means I just get very, 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 very emotional. And then I spend the rest of the day sat in my underwear eating cold baked beans straight from the can and watching Jamie Kyle on catch up. You're laughing, it's my life. They say that 90-odd% of all mental health conditions are a result of some sort of past trauma. And now we've all connected, I feel comfortable in sharing my trauma with you lovely ladies and gentlemen and non-binary and... Okay, I just need a second. Okay, this is harder than I thought it would be. Bear with me. Okay, I just can't come to terms with Robbie leaving Take That.
And he's married.
So once you identify the trauma, you can treat it. There's medication, there's talking therapy, there's married men. I love the NHS, Theresa May, leave it alone. Political. And I've gone now. So once you identify the trauma and you treated it, you then realise it had nothing to do with the trauma and it's all our parents' fault. I mean, look at me. They could have done better. Do I look like I'll make a good Boy Scout? Can't tie knots, hate the colour green, and I'm never prepared for anything. If I was, I would have got arrested and I wouldn't be here now. But I shouldn't blame my mum. My mum is great, she's lovely. Yes, a gay man who loves his mother, shocker, but just remember, Norman Bates loved his mother and we know how that turned out. My mum also has a mental health diagnosis, it's a family trait. She has bipolar, so when she is up, she is up. When she is down, she is down. When she is only halfway up, she's taking her meds. And she supports me with the whole gay lifestyle. Ever since it became legal I can get married. Woohoo! Looking forward to that commitment. She's been booking churches, buying hats, knitting booties for the grandchildren I'm going to somehow give her. I'm not stressing about that, she's already got some grandchildren, but they are strawberry blonde. So if I can't blame Robbie Williams, and I can't blame my dear old mum, then maybe it's the whole gay thing. Maybe being gay has what's driven me bonkers. One of my roles at Mid-Paris Mind, I facilitate an LGBTQ+ support group. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means lesbians, gays then. Lesbian, gays, bis, transgendered, questioning, and the plus is for the whole rainbow spectrum. If you want to know what questioning is, if you're looking at me and thinking, after a couple of drinks in the right light, I'll go home with him, you're questioning and you're about to have the most disappointing 5 minutes of your life. I learned a couple of interesting facts since I started doing this group. I learned that 1 in 10 people will identify at once in their life as being LGBTQ+. I'm not sure what the other none of you are doing. I imagine some sort of DIY, hunting, shopping at Sports Direct. And people who identify as LGBTQ+ are 3 times more likely to develop a mental health condition. I know, 3 times shocking, right? And there's various reasons why this is the case. Robbie left Take That. Downton Abbey ended. And there's been a countrywide shortage of courgettes. But the main reason, joking aside, the main reason is isolation. Especially in rural areas, there's not many LGBTQ+ people around. And I have no gaydar. I don't know if someone's gay, straight, or from BILF. And then there's ignorance. The other day someone said to me, Sean, stop moaning, you chose to be a gay. I love my psychiatrist, he really gets me. And he had a point. In school, it's either play football or be a gay. And well, despite what you might have read on social media, I do not enjoy getting dirty on the weekend. And then there's the big reason, the main reason. Homophobia. The fear of the common gay. Boom! A little misleading. It's not about fear, it's all about hate. What's honest, ridiculous to me. If you're going to hate me for something I got a choice over. Hate me for the fact I'm a 40-year-old man, I know, shocking, and I'm wearing skinny jeans. Okay, I was expecting some sort of applause. This is why I don't do festivals, God. And there's so many other people who deserve your hate. Donald Trump, Theresa May, Robbie Williams. He broke my heart. The other day I was out for a friend. Well, I say friend. She was wearing dungarees, so I think we should be Facebook friends. And she said to me, Sean, you must be more compassionate about the homophobes. I mean, call me bigoted, but I have an irrational hatred of people who want to beat the shit out of me. Sean, they have feelings too. They were born this way. Lady Gaga made a song about them. And I know how they feel, because I feel something similar. I have arachnophobia. Yep, the fear of spiders is exactly the same thing as getting beaten up on a Friday night outside Greg's Come Kiss from a man called Greg. And I have never been in the bathtub when someone's come in, looked at me, screamed, put a glass over my head, slid a card beneath me and chucked me out the bathroom window. Apart from that time I got arrested. So now I am running this group, I have to be a more mature, responsible, respectable kind of gay. I have to look at people and say, you, sir, are beautiful, even if you do come from BILF. I have to teach them that where there is hate, we shall show it love. Where there is ignorance, we shall rain down knowledge. Where there is anger and where there is fear, we shall show compassion and forgiveness. But it's back to mine for facial, fun with courgettes and the box set of Downton Abbey. Thank you very much. I've been Sean and you are wonderful. Okay, great. But what we're going to do now, got one more act to go. I'm sorry about this, but it is going to be the music group, I did insist. So if anyone's interested in any of the groups we have at Mind, or any of the things we offer at Mind, just come and talk to one of us, not me obviously. Far too busy for that. So the song they're going to sing now, with anything that's going on in the world, it seems somehow apt. So I want everyone to join in if you know it. I want you to join in really loudly so I don't hear them. So for the last time this afternoon, put your hands together and please welcome the music group.
Cool, everyone ready?